Good morning, students. Today we will see the introduction about networks. In the previous class, we have covered what is data communication, what is communication, and what are the data representation as well as data flow. Right. So, in this networks topic, we are going to cover this distributed processing, network criteria, physical structure, network models, categories of networks, interconnection of networks, and internetworks. So first we will see what is the definition for network. A network is a set of devices often referred to as nodes. Right? So set of devices are nothing but nodes connected by communication links. A node can be a computer, printer or any other devices capable of sending or receiving data generated by other nodes on the network. So here the definition consists of two main words. One is nodes and another one is communication link. So with this nodes and communication links, the network is formed. So next is distributed processing. So distributed processing itself, from the name itself you can understand there will be more number of nodes and each node will take care of a specific workload, and altogether it will be integrated into a single task. So that is known as distributed processing. Most networks uses distributed processing in which a task is divided among multiple computers. Instead of one single large machine being responsible for all aspects of process, separate computers can handle a subset. So example for single large machine, you can think of a mainframe. So mainframe is a single machine which is supporting high speed processing. So instead of using machines like mainframe, we can go for networking concept where multiple nodes will perform this distributed processing. So next comes network criteria. So these are the criteria which are very much important to form a network. So a network must be able to meet a certain number of criteria. The most important of this are performance, reliability and security. So if you take first criteria, which is performance, it can be measured in many ways, including transit time and response time. So transit time is nothing but the amount of time required for a message to travel from one device to another or from one node to another. Similarly, response time can be also represented as round trip time, which is the time elapsed between an inquiry and a response. So performance is often evaluated by two networking metrics, throughput and delay. So performance can be measured using these two metrics, which is throughput and delay. So next performance criteria is reliability. In addition to accuracy of delivery, network reliability is measured by the frequency of failure, the time it takes a link to recover from a failure, and the network's robustness in a catastrophe. So security, next criteria is security. So whenever we are transmitting some information, there may be some security issues. So to safeguard our information, this security criteria is very much important. So network security issues include protecting data from unauthorized access, protecting data from damage and development, and implementing policies and procedure for recovery from breaches and data loss. So these are some of the happenings in the networks, and security feature will enhance the performance of your network. So next topic is physical structures. So physical structures, here we are going to discuss about two topics. One is type of connection and another one is the physical topology. So type of connection means how the communication links are established between the nodes is known as type of connection. Similarly, physical topology, how we are connecting how physically the network nodes are connected, and the physical view of networks node is known as connection of network node is known as physical topology. So here they have given definition for type of connection. A network is two or more devices connected through links. A link is a communication path that transfer data from one device to another. Right? So there are two types of connections. One is point to point and multi-point. So point to point means a dedicated line is established between two nodes and the bandwidth is fully utilized by these two nodes, right? And multi-point means one multi-point, there will be one backbone cable through which we can tap many connections through the nodes, so that the backbone cable bandwidth is shared by number of nodes that are connected in that backbone cable. So that is known as multi-point. So after this completing session, I will show you using some diagrams what is multi-point and what is point-to-point connections, right? So that is how we are representing type of connection. Next is type of connection explanation continues. So a point-to-point connection provides a dedicated link between two nodes. So this is what I have specified. The entire capacity of the link is reserved for transmission between those two devices. Most point-to-point connections use an actual length of wire or cable to connect the two ends. But other options like infrared remote control, you are establishing a point-to-point connection between the remote control and the television control system. So this is a wireless one. Infrared remote control with the television is a wireless one. And if you are establishing a single wire between two nodes, then it is known as wired connection. So next comes multi-point. So this is the definition for multi-point. So as I have specified, multi-point, there will be a backbone cable through which we will have so many, from the backbone cable, so many number of tapes are made through which the nodes are connected, right? So this multi-point is also known as multi-drop connection. It is one of the, is one in which more than two specific devices share a single link. In a multi-point environment, the capacity of the channel is shared either spatially or temporarily, right? So frequency based or time based, so that is represented as spatially or temporarily. If several devices can use the link simultaneously, it is spatially shared. So that means based on the frequencies using the same medium, at the same time many devices can communicate. So that is the example of spatially shared. If user must take turns, it is time shared connection. So here in time shared connection, the entire bandwidth will be used for a particular time between two devices, right? So once the time slot expires and another time slot starts, the other two devices will start to communicate. At that time, the entire bandwidth will be used by these two devices. But based on the time slots, the medium will be used. So here the medium, what we are using, the full bandwidth will be used in time shared connection, but the bandwidth will be divided in spatially shared connection. So this is an example of point-to-point and multi-point. So if you see here, a dedicated link is representing between the two nodes, node 1 and node 2. So this is known as point-to-point networks. And a multi-point network, so here this is the backbone cable in which we have tapped so many number of points and stations are connected to this cable, right? So this is an example of multi-point. So next comes physical topology. So physical topology, second part of physical structures. So physical topology. The term physical topology refers to the way in which network is laid out physically. How the network connections is made to connect the nodes in a physical appearance is represented as physical topology. Two or more devices connect to a link. Two or more links form a topology. Right? So if you are having more than two links, then that will be form a topology. A topology of a network is a geometric representation of the relationship of all the links and linking devices, usually called nodes, to one another. Therefore, four basic topologies are available that are named as mesh, star, bus, and ring. So first topology what we are going to see is mesh topology. So in this mesh topology, imagine there are four nodes. Each node will be connected to all the nodes. The meaning is the first node will be connected to remaining three nodes. Second node will be connected to remaining three nodes. Third node will be connected to remaining. So a dedicated point-to-point link will be established between all the nodes. So that is known as mesh topology. So if you see the definition here, mesh in a mesh topology, every device has a dedicated point-to-point link to every other devices. The term dedicated means the link carries traffic only between the two devices it connects. To find the number of physical links in a fully connected mesh network with n nodes, we first consider that each node must be connected to every other node. Right? So to find the number of physical links, the formula used in mesh topology is n into n minus 1 divided by 2, where n represents the nodes. And why we are using n minus 1? For example, as I have specified earlier, 4 nodes are there. First node will be connected to all the 3 nodes, so 3 links, so that is n minus 1. So totally n into n minus 1 divided by 2. So why divided by 2 means because whatever point-to-point link we are using between the nodes are bidirectional. Both nodes can send as well as receive information in the same link. So that only we are using division by 2. So the formula to identify the number of physical links, we need to use this formula n into n minus 1 by 2, where n is number of nodes. So according to our example, we have specified 4. So 4 into 3 divided by 2, 4 3s are 12 divided by 2. So 6 links are mandatory to be between 4 nodes. So if you see here the example what we have given here is 5 nodes. So 5 into 4 divided by 2, 20 by 2, 10 links. So if you count, there will be 10 links, dedicated links between all the 5 nodes. So advantage of mesh topology. So since we are using dedicated links, it guarantees that each connection can carry its own data load because the entire bandwidth is used. Already we know if it is point to point, entire bandwidth will be allocated to the two devices, thus eliminating the traffic problems that can occur when link must be shared by multiple devices. Second, a mesh topology is robust. If one link becomes unusable, it does not affect the entire system because other links are stable, so that it will not affect the entire system. Third, the disadvantage of privacy or security. When every message travels along a dedicated line, only the intended recipient sees it, so it is fully secure. Physical boundaries prevent others from gaining access to the messages. Finally, point-to-point links make fault identification and fault isolation easily because since it is point-to-point, fault identification is easy. Disadvantage of mesh are related to the amount of cabling because more number of cables are required. First, because every device must be connected to every other device, installation and reconnection are difficult. Second, the shear bulk of the wiring can be greater than the available space. Finally, the hardware retained